This video is going to cover two techniques. It's going to cover how to sew an invisible finish and how to crochet two pieces together. We're going to start with the invisible finish, and if we get our piece like this that I've just finished off, then I'm going to make sure I have enough yarn for sewing and just trim that off the ball of yarn. Then if you pull on the hook here, it'll release it, and that just means that you're not going to lose any stitches and it's all finished off. You can see though there's a little step here that I'm pointing out, and we're going to try and get rid of that a little bit. So if we thread our needle, then we're going to look at the stitches on our piece. We're going to miss the first stitch after the end and move on to the second. We're going to go through both loops of this with our needle and just thread all of it through, and then we're going to flip our piece over, go back into the stitch that we came from and go through both sides of that. What this has done is create an extra chevron, so it looks like an extra stitch to cover the one that we skipped, and this just means that we have the same amount of stitches, but it's kind of got this like seamless look and a bit of an invisible finish. We're then going to just thread in a couple of stitches, try and go with the pattern of the stitches so that it's not obvious, and this will finish it off. We can then just trim it, and that's how you do an invisible finish. Okay, so now we're going to look at crocheting two pieces together. I have my two pieces here, which is the one we've just finished off, and a turtle shell as well, because that's what I'm trying to make overall, the turtle shell and the belly attached together. So we're going to line up our two pieces and get our hook and go through both loops of the stitch on one of them and both loops of a stitch on the other. This is going to form a ridge around the entire thing when we've finished, and you'll see what that means in a minute. So we're going to loop thread around our hook and just pull it through so we have one loop on our crochet hook. We're then going to go through pieces again, make sure you go through both loops on each, and we can make a single crochet. What we're then going to do is single crochet around the entire thing. Sorry, I'm messing up a little bit here. And then it'll kind of form this like one stitch around the entire thing, as you can see there. It's a bit more obvious what I mean by a ridge when we look at this bit where I've done this much, and you can see this ridge forming here. That's what we're looking for. Now this is where I've finished it all and I'm about to stuff it, so there's the stuffing added, and yeah, like I said, you can see this ridge forming. So at this point we're just going to finish off the stitches, which is what I've just done, and then all we need to do is make another invisible finish. So we're going to trim the yarn, pull it through, and then just do our invisible finish again. Make sure to sew in your ends and just add in a couple of stitches before you trim it,